So now let's talk about TCPDUMP, which is also a Wireshark captured, you can say. So TCPDUMP is one of the utility to capture packets. So first of all, guys, why Wireshark is required? Why TCPDUMP came into picture? Now, if I talk about this TCPDUMP, why it came into picture? So it came into picture because let's say customer report issues related to URL. Hey Vidit or hey Skilled Inspirational Academy, my URL is not working, which is hosted on F5. Customer will come to me. Now, what are the scenarios what I will check? So I want this to be interactive. So let me start, just unmute you all so that we can do Wireshark captures together. Now I want answer for anyone. This is a live troubleshooting scenarios you will see. Customer says that my URL is not working. So I will speak the name they want to. Bala, what would you check? And customer says that my URL is not working via F5. What are the things you will check?
Okay, we'll check the IP address to FQDU and mapping.
Excellent. Very good answer, guys. This is, I will be happy if you answer this. First, you will check whether DNS resolution is happening correctly or not, right, Bala?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
What is the second case? It is working fine.
Okay, so okay, then I have to check the on the F5. I will verify the VIP is up.
Excellent. You will check whether virtual server is up, your pools are up. If VIP is up, then pool members are also up.
Yeah.
Most of the case. Now the third scenario.
Okay, now no, I
Just
think
talking about the network, just take into consideration Wireshark and a network, TCP connection and all. What you will check next?
IP reachability.
Now DNS is up, your VIP is up, your pool members are up. Third scenario, what you will check?
Okay, I'll check the server applications are up.
That is your that I have checked through this.
Pool itself. Okay.
Just give me. Fazil, what you will check? What is the next scenario, Fazil, you will check? You can unmute yourself so that you can understand Wireshark. This is important. Fazil, can you
Sorry,
unmute yourself?
actually, I was on call with my own emergency. My company
Okay.
has some problem. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problems. Any Abhishek Bansal, can you unmute yourself? What you will check next? See guys, let's make it interactive because this will help you in even in your production environment.
If there is any firewall, we will check whether it's whitelisted or not.
Excellent. Your rules, firewall rules also. Next thing.
I will ask for
front.
the source IP and check the statistics whether I'm having any connection from that IP.
Excellent. So you need to check whether F5 is receiving traffic or not, right? When client is connected to VIP, even VIP is up. Maybe F5 is not getting traffic, right? You want to make sure that your virtual server is receiving traffic and forwarding to your pool member. That's what you want to say?
Yes, like yes, that is what I try to.
Yes, sir. That is what you need to check, right? You want to make sure that
Yes.
traffic is coming to F5, right? To process through F5. If it is not coming, then it can be issue anywhere in middle.
Yes.
What next you need to check? Now traffic is receiving on F5. Now I am saying that F5 is receiving a traffic, but F5 is not forwarding to pool member. This is the scenario I am saying to you guys. F5 is client to F5 connection is building up, but F5 is not building a connection with server. How you will check it? Client is making a three-way handshake successful, but F5 is not making a three-way handshake with server. I'm getting a reset from server. How you will check these things?
Then I will do
Uh,
either packet capture or TCP dump in egress
Excellent.
interface.
So there comes your Wireshark capture. When you have done the basic checks, but still you're not able to find the issue, then what is the component which comes into picture? TCP dump. So what you will check in TCP dump? When you take a Wireshark capture, what are the things you will check through Wireshark? Anyone?
Probably this three-way handshake should happen between FI and
Now let's
pool
say
members.
this is an HTTPS connection, okay? HTTPS, I'm accessing a URL on https sianets.com. Now what you will check? You have checked everything on web pool members. Now you have done the capture, you have taken Wireshark. For doing Wireshark capture, there is a utility called TCP dump, which makes sure that you can check whether you're receiving packets in and out.
Okay, first that TCP handshake will be checked, then SSL handshake needs to be
Excellent.
checked.
First, you will check TCP handshake. Now, guys, I will say that my one question here to you guys. Customer is accessing 192.168.1.45, that is bind to this. But this virtual server is not there on F5. What issue I will see on Wireshark? Do I need to have a virtual server of a particular URL? If it's not there, what I will get it?
F5 will reset it.
Correct. F5 is by default what device? Deny device. Until you have a listener configured, F5 will not process a packet. Any confusion on this? For any URL which needs to be hosted on F5, you need to configure virtual server, or you can say listener. Now TCP handshake you have checked. Now you will check what? SSL handshake. What you will check in SSL handshake?
certificates.
Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, Abhishek, you can. I need to ask Rajiv or Sachin. What it will check in SSL? What you will check in SSL handshake? Rajiv, can you unmute yourself? Let's make it interactive because it will help you. See, Wireshark utility. I will tell you one command. It will over your Wireshark. But I wanted to capture the scenarios why it is required. What do you check in SSL handshake? Rajiv? Okay, Rajiv don't want to answer. Tanmay or Syed Ashraf?
Sir, so I'll check client hello and
What you will check in client hello? Let's say SSL handshake is getting failed. Why it
okay.
is happening? Anyone?
Sir, it should be, I mean, because of, I mean, TLS version mismatch or maybe
Excellent.
cipher suit.
Excellent. So you will check TLS versions plus cipher suits. After that, let's say SSL is fine. After that, what you will check? Tanmay?
After SSL,
F5 is which device? It is the full proxy.
yes.
So you will check F5 to server connection or not?
Yeah. So backend connection, we need to check.
Will you check whether server is returning traffic or F5 or not?
Right, sir. Yes.
If it's an HTTP packet, will you check whether you're getting get packet what you are receiving or not? Correct.
Correct, sir.
Sometimes you will see when you go here, I will show you one scenario. You will go to virtual server. Go to login into this. Go to pool. Go to particular pool. Sometimes what you will see is you will see in packet, but not out packet. You will see that in packet is increasing, but out packet is 0. So it can be issues when out packet means that F5 is receiving a packet from client. Pool member is receiving a packet, but it is not sending further to your server. Maybe it can be SNAT issue. It can be routing issue. So in that case, you need to check the routing things, whether server gateway is F5 or F5 is reachable. See, if pool members are up, mostly the scenario you will say that, right, okay, it's fine. But it can be scenario your gateway is different or something. I have seen even your pool member is up, but still F5 is failing with the pool member. So there can be, so one scenario is slowness issues, guys. When someone reports slowness issues, what can happen? Anyone wants to answer this? URL is working fine, but it is slow. What can be scenario in this case? Any two use cases for slowness issues in F5? I will not ask Tanmay. Harsh, can you answer this? Or
If
Vikas?
if end servers are like exhausted, sources are
Port exhausted, or we are getting any 6 in the connection table.
What does that anything that is sometimes you will see in lab environment, you can see NE6 by default also. But anyways, one scenario, can it be like there are 3 servers which were up previously? Maybe one server is flapping or one server is down. Can it cause slowness issues? Previously in a pool, I had RGB servers. But out of that, blue and green servers are down. Will it cause slowness issues or not?
Yes.
Yes, single server is handling all the requests.
And can it be the case that let's say pool member is flapping at that time, will you get sometimes request timeout or not?
Yes.
So what can be scenario when pool member is down, coming up and down?
The intermittent connection issue.
Now what you will check why it can happen? Will it be due to server side or it can be from F5 side also?
Sir, this I mean monitor maybe
Excellent.
can cause.
So health monitor, you need to check it. So that comes under logs file. I will tell you how to check whether monitor is flapping or not. So there is a login feature available. You can check it. So you go here, local traffic pool, members. There is one monitor login option enabled. So if you select that, that will give you an alert for that. So that I will come right now. So how all the logs you will find in this related to monitor in this where log LTM file that I will come into logs. Maybe next class I will do it. Now, how to take a Wireshark capture. So let's come across that. So in our case, we have network interfaces. I want to capture only Wireshark capture on my in what I will say external interface. I want to capture all my traffic of external interface, not internal interface. So what you need to do? So there is a command TCPDUMP -I 1.1. This will only capture traffic on a single interface. So I'm just telling you some filters which are important. You can get on Google also, but I'm telling you the meaning. This is to capture from a particular interface. Now I want to capture from any interface, whether it's an external or internal. So this is the command TCPDUMP -i 0.0. What does it represent, guys? Anyone? 0.0 interface.
So any.
Can I say all interface or any interfaces?
Yes.
Because F5 format is like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. This one is a slot, this one is a port numbers. Now I want to capture traffic on a particular IP address. Can anyone tell me what is the syntax for that? I want to capture a traffic for one virtual IP. This is my virtual IP. What should I enter? I want to see traffic coming to this IP and going out from this IP. So this is the command TCPDUMP host, then virtual server. Any confusion so far on this? See, the big command I am segregating into small commands so that it will be easy. But you need to remember one command only when you take a capture. But to segregate it, I am just dividing. So when I run the command, right, I enter this command TCPDUMP -i 0.0, then host, IP address, or host server IP. What does it mean? Why am I entering this command? This IP, this IP, or this IP? Why? So that I can capture end-to-end packet, because F5 is a full proxy architecture. But here I was also mentioning something like NNNP. What does it means? NNNP. See, this is also will capture the packet, but if you take this capture NNP, so what does it represent? I will show you. This is very, very important. This comes into picture when you need to type capture internal packets also, inside also. When you open a case, generally they will ask you this captured. So see, basically this is to capture TCPDUMP. S is for size, any size, 0 packet. I is an internal interface. Then there is a command N. N represent low details, low and mediums, and low, medium, high. Maybe this capture might not be useful for you, but when you open an F5 case, let's say you're not able to resolve the issue. In that case, F5 captures the packet like this. So what does it helps them is, it will give you details related to flags, like ingress flag, slot number, what is the type of interface, what is the WIP it is taking, what is the port. So it will enter your flow. Whole flow, it will give you an idea. So that is why I have always mentioned this command. Maybe this is not helpful to me, but see, this will helpful to F5 technical support. See, some details we cannot capture inside our engine, but they have a detail, they have a KB articles for that. So you can refer this article in future cases. So this is how you will get it, guys. It will give you packet coming from which client, remote address is what is the port, everything like this. and S0 represent to capture the whole packet. So this is how you capture TCPDUMP minus S0, then interface name NNN and minus W. Guys, what does minus W represent? Why I write minus W in TCPDUMP? Anyone?
Write the output to the folder with a name.
Why I need to do this?
Because sir, I need to particularly save this in my folder to fetch this afterwards.
To
That is
open
fine.
that
One
file
answer
in
is correct.
Wireshark.
Excellent. Wireshark can open the packet using which format?
Cap.
PCAP.
Correct. That is why you need to write. Otherwise, if I write this one, what will happen? I will show you. If I generally keep this TCPDUMP minus I 0.0. It is clumsy, right? You're not getting much. See, according to me, I'm not good in this one until I capture on Wireshark. This is how you will get it. So to capture or write it, I want to capture using write PCAP format. So this is how you can do it. And 0.0 represent any interface. Now someone will have question, for how much time I can run this packet capture, guys? Guys, this packet capture is CPU utilized. So when you capture a packet, you need to make sure that your customer joins the call or your application owner is on call, so that once you identify, you can close the capture after that. So you can press Control C. So that is how F5 helps you to enter this. So what is you need to do, what I was doing in the capture run, just remember this command, TCPDUMP minus NI 0.0 NN host 192.168.1.45 10.2.2.30 10.2.2.31 or 10.2.2.2.32. After that, write abc.pcap. Just remember this command. This will come useful every time, guys. Trust me. This command will always help in production. You don't need to run anything else after this command. So you can take particular egress interface or host, but I always prefer using this command. I always do this in my production environment so that I can capture the packets. I'm writing also. I am taking any interface, plus this is my VIP, this is my pool members. Any question, guys, on this? This command you need to run.
Hello.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
So how to take capture for particular source and destination if I have to capture?
Okay, that's a good question. So you're saying how to capture for particular source and destination, right?
Right.
So in TCP, there are, let's say you want to capture for one destination host. What is my destination host? Is my virtual server, let's say. So you need to type like this, TCPDUMP DST destination host. And if you want to only capture for particular source and destination, let's say your source is 192.168.1.7. Your destination IP is my virtual IP. So this is the command TCPDUMP src host 192 168.1.7 and destination host. So this is the command. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And after that, guys, once I save it, see, once you start it, guys, you need to access. If I refresh, how to make sure that packet is getting. So once you close this, you ask your engineer to access now URL. If you get like this, it means your syntax is correct and your packet is captured. If you're getting 0 packets here, means either syntax is wrong or they are not accessing the particular web. So that are the 2 scenarios to fail TCP dump. Otherwise, it is successful. How to take this file, guys? Anyone? How to take this file outside? So you need to run VNCP. You need to go here and you need to take into your desktop because that is saved in your F5 directory. Now I want to take into my external desktop to view it. So I will log in through WinSCP/root where then temp. So just copy that packet capture file and just remove it here. Then after that you can open through Wireshark. Any confusion, guys? Anyone has on this? So this is how you take TCP dump, guys. All clear, guys? Tanmay, Kavi, other people.
Yes.
Sir, I mean,
Question you can with it, like, see, suppose if number of URLs are there, now we are searching for one particular URL, right? So instead of, yes, this is correct that I know, but I know, but if there is hundreds of URLs are there, if we want to check only particular URL, we need to do all these things, or we can other options are there, like in local traffic filtering the from the F5 itself.
See, first you need to get our IP, right? Which IP? See, when customer report issues, what you ask first thing?
We can like that. What we are doing is that I'm never ever gone through this F5. What we are doing is that we will take that particular IP from the customer who is using from the.
It's not about F5. Your approach is correct. First of all, you ask what thing to them when someone reports issue that URL is not working. What you will ask to the customer?
We will check that one, like whether if it is I will take his even his credential or someone.
No, sir, that is not correct.
Okay.
First thing, what you will ask my question, try to understand my question, Sarji. I'm saying that when customer report an issue that URL is not working, what is the first question you will ask to him?
That means like what is the error you are receiving, like in
yeah, that is what thing. Second, all users are facing or only you are facing? Will you ask this question or not?
Right. Same thing. I will ask that whether your team is facing this issue or only for you.
And from which time you face this issue?
Yeah, right. All this stuff we will check.
Now, next thing, what you will do?
Next thing we will check that one, like we will do this what do you call this DNS resolution or from their laptop, and we will check it.
You will ask the URL which is facing issues and their IP. What is the IP they are accessing?
Yeah, right.
Then you will do NS lookup and find out the
Yeah,
virtual
right,
server
right,
IP.
Yes, the same way. And even if it is not there, we will check with our server team whether it is in any problem from the server side.
One
And if
thing
it is not
quickly, you
there-
can do some scenarios that you bypass an F5 and check whether. So this question also I asked every time. Can you bypass F5 and check whether it's working directly through server? If they bypass F5,
Mhm.
very important point.
Mhm.
And if they bypass F5 and directly through server also it's not working, then is it F5 issue or server issue?
That should be server issue.
So that is also an important question which you
Yeah.
need to ask.
Yeah, right. But what I'm feeling is that like in a quick troubleshooting cases like that, even if you're capturing that one entire interfaces, that means we can say that port mirroring or something else like that. For 2 minutes, or we are capturing that one, then we filter using that Wireshark and searching all these stuff. But I'm asking, is there any option in the F5 like in the local traffic filtering options, like means using that customer user IP address, we can search that particular URL and we
Oh, got
will
it. So you're saying got it. It's you're asking thing like firewall in firewall if get a field like source IP and destination IP to
yes,
check.
yes,
No,
yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Here it is not there. You can only see the stats or connection table. Yeah, you can do it. What you can do is
Sir,
just
there is one thing, I mean, sources connection,
yeah,
something
sir,
like that.
that is also I'm coming. That is connection table. You can see that first thing is this one. Another thing you can just type this show sys connection, then grab your customer IP, or let's say this one. Here you will see the connection table. That is also the to check it whether you are receiving traffic on F5 or not. That one you can run this command shows this connection table. But don't enter this whole command. You need to grab it, otherwise it will impact your production traffic. Particular either client IP or destination IP. In lab, sometimes it does not work this command, but it will give you a table. Source IP, destination IP connection, then F5 to the server. Two types of connection you will see, front end and back end. I think Saji, you were asking this, right?
Yeah, right. This one easiest method. Then only we can go for deep dive.
Yeah, that one also you can do it, sir. So this is the connection table. It will just check the stateful table. And this table will only build when you receive a traffic. Otherwise, it will not.